Yeah, I just want to check if I'm audible. Yes, Vishwaraj, am I audible? Yeah, am I audible? Yes, good afternoon. Oh, I don't know if I'm audible. Can someone please
Yeah,
reply?
sir, you are audible, sir.
Okay, okay. Right. Last class we were discussing about calculation of the areas. Okay. There we discussed mid-ordinate rule, average ordinate rule, and then trapezoidal rule. In fact, we derived those expressions. Okay. I thought like you should not miss that class. So yesterday I also sent the link for that video. I don't know if you have seen that. If you have seen, fine. If you have not, please do go for that video because I cannot repeat each and every thing if you are being absent in the class. Okay. I'm continuing with the fourth rule, that's Simpson's one-third rule. Simpson's one-third rule. ನಾನು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಇದೀನಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಇನ್ನ ಹಿಂಗೆ ತಗೊಳ್ರಿ ಇನ್ನ ಹಾ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಎಸ್ ಆ ಕಡೆ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ ಅಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಎಸ್ ಬರ್ರಿ Yeah. Can you see this portion of the board? Right?
Yes, sir.
So we'll go with the Simpson's one-third rule. Only thing is the assumption in the Simpson's one-third rule. I did discuss this in the last class also, but let me recall the assumption made in the Simpson's one-third rule. The assumption is the variation of the boundary with alternate offsets that's being parabolic here. Okay, because in the other three methods, are mid-ordinate rule, the average ordinate rule, and then the trapezoidal rule. There the assumption was boundaries, the offsets are being joined with a straight line. But nevertheless, in most of the cases, in the real field, your topography may not be straight always. Okay, so it will be having some curves, and the better rule is going with the Simpson's one third rule, where we are assuming boundary is going to vary parabolic with the alternate offsets. It's not with the consecutive offsets, but it is with the alternate offsets. Okay, so we'll try to derive the expression for Simpson's one third rule now. For this case, so as I told you the assumption, but for the derivation, first I'm considering only three offsets. Okay, so I'm considering the three offsets here. In the sense, I'm considering two strips, O0, O1, O2, and remember all the strips are of equal width, small d. Width of the strips are d here. Okay. Now the assumption of the Simpson's rule is the boundaries are being joined with the alternate offsets. Okay, I'm not talking of the consecutive. If it would have been consecutive, the variation would have been between O0 and O1. But the variation is parabolic between O0 and O2, like this. This is parabolic. Okay, boundaries are being joined, offsets are being joined with parabolic line. That's an assumption made in the Simpson's one third rule. Okay, now we'll try to calculate the area of these two strips together. We'll try to calculate the area of these two strips together. Okay, for this, what do? Is we have some construction procedure. So I'm going to call this point as A, B, C, then D. Okay, this I'm going to call it as E, and then this point as F. This point as F. Please draw the neat sketch here. Until and unless you draw the neat sketch, you don't understand the derivation. Most of the engineering cases, you should try to understand with the help of the sketches. Okay, so if you're done with the sketch, I'll go with the construction procedure. We need some construction procedure to calculate the area. Okay, what do we do here is, I'm joining the line, I'm joining the points BC with a straight line. That's first thing. Join D and C with a straight line. Okay, next thing is, draw a line parallel to DC at F. So it happens something like this. It will also be tangential actually at F. Okay, draw a line parallel to DC at F. Draw a line parallel to DC at F. Okay, now I have again three more points. I'll just name those points A, B, C, D, E, F. So I'll call this as G, this as H, and this point as I. Any difficulty in the sketch? Let me know if you have any difficulty in the sketch.
Yes, sir.
Fine. See, what I want is the total area subtended between. What do we want to calculate at the end is the total area subtended between A, B, C, F, D. ABCFD. So this area we want to calculate. Okay, what we want is the area of these two strips. So we want to calculate this area. Okay, see, this is my strip number 1. This is my strip number 2. So what I do is I call this total area as area of strips 1, 2. Area of strips 1, 2, that is equals to, just look at the sketch. Okay, area of strips 1, 2, that is equals to, I'm dividing this area into a trapezoidal portion. That is, I'll mention in the words, area of trapezoidal ABCD. Area of trapezoid, rather than calling it as a trapezoidal, it's trapezoid. Okay, area of the trapezoid ABCD plus area of this parabolic portion. Okay, plus I'll put this expression in this way. Area of strips 1, 2, that's equals to area of trapezoid ABCD plus area of parabolic portion. Okay, the parabolic portion is BFCI. BFCI. This is what we want to calculate. Okay, so it's area of trapezoid plus area of the parabolic portion. Any difficulty in understanding this? Yes?
No, sir.
Okay, good. Now, I'll go with the area of the trapezoidal first. So first we will calculate area of the trapezoidal, and I'm calling this as AT. Okay, area of trapezoidal, I'm calling it as AT. I'll just mention this. Area of 1, 2 is equals to area of trapezoidic portion plus area of parabolic portion. Okay. Area of the strips 1, 2 is equals to area of trapezoidal portion plus area of parabolic portion. Next is area of trapezoidal. So what's the formula for area of the trapezoidal? I have given this formula. What's the general formula to calculate the area of the trapezoidal? I want area of trapezoidal ABCD now. This portion's area. What's the general formula?
A plus B by 2 into D.
Yeah, what is A plus B? What are those A and B?
O0 plus O1 by 2 into D.
Yeah. See, general formula for area of a trapezoidal is it's average of parallel sides multiplied by perpendicular distance between them. Okay, that's the formula for area of a trapezoidal. So here in my trapezoidal ABCD, the parallel sides are O0 and O2. Okay, so it's average of O0 and O2. Average is divided by 2 here. O0 plus O2 by 2 multiplied by perpendicular distance. What's the perpendicular distance between them? Between O0 and O2?
2D.
Yes, it's 2D. Okay, D plus D, it's 2D. So this happens to be, area of trapezoidal happens to be O0 plus O2 multiplied by D here. Any difficulty here? Right? Let me call this as equation 1. Area of trapezoidal portion is O0 plus O2 into D. Okay. Next, we want area of parabolic portion, that is AP. AP is area of parabolic portion. I don't know whether you remember this or not. Area of parabolic portion is being taken as 2/3 of the area of the parallelogram fitted in it. Okay, so this is my parallelogram here. DGHC, I'll mention this. Area of parallelogram is equals to area of parabolic portion. I think I will mention in the words first. Please note down this. Area of parabolic portion is equal to the 2/3 of area of parallelogram fitted with it. Okay, area of parabolic portion is equals to 2/3 of the area of the parallelogram fitted with it. Then area of parabolic portion is equals to 2/3 multiplied by, what's the formula for area of parallelogram? What's the formula for area of the parallelogram? Yes, say I have a parallelogram like this with side B, that is base, with the height h. Then what is the area of the parallelogram? See, we can divide this parallelogram into two triangles. Then one triangle becomes, this is a triangle with base B and height h. This is another triangle with the same base B and height h. But the parallelogram is comprising of these two triangles. Then area of parallelogram is B into h. Base into perpendicular distance or the height of the parallelogram. Okay, base into height of the parallelogram is your area of the parallelogram. Now in this case, my DCHG is a parallelogram. Okay, DCHG is parallelogram. Base is DG. Base is DG multiplied by height. Height is this one. If I take this as base, then this becomes height. Height will be 2 times the D here. Okay, height will be 2 times the D. First I will mention it as AB here. AB into DG. But look at the sketch. This is being parallelogram. This DG, do we have any expression for DG till now? I cannot express DG. Okay, but remember DG is equals to Fi. DG is equals to Fi. Okay, now is it not that I'm mentioning Fi as Fi is equals to EF minus EI. Can I mention Fi as EF minus EI? Please go through the sketch. Yes, can I mention Fi as EF minus EI?
Yeah, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
right. What is EF actually? What is EF? What is EF? It's offset, and EF is your O1. Okay, remember your EF is O1. This whole thing is your O1. Okay, minus EI. How to calculate EI? How to calculate EI now? That's the question.
BC minus AD, sir.
Yes?
BC
E of
minus
T
AD.
is 1. Pardon? A. No.
BC
I'll
minus
just
AD.
BC minus AD. No, BC. Okay. I'll go with your solution. I'll just draw the trapezoid now. I'll just draw the trapezoidal. You are almost right, but you are forgetting something. Okay. I'm just going to clear your doubt here. This is my point A. This is my point B. This is C. This is D. Okay. My AD is O0. BC is O2. My BC is O2. Here I have EI. This is my EI. This is my EI. Okay. Now, whatever you said as it's BC minus AB. Let me draw a perpendicular line here like this. Okay. Now this becomes BC minus AB. Sorry. Yeah. D. I'll just. Okay. Whatever you said, that is this one. BC minus AD. So this distance is nothing but AD. So that becomes this portion. O2 minus O0. That's nothing but O2 minus O0, right? Isn't it? Whatever you said, it's nothing but O2 minus O0, right?
Yes, sir.
But O2 minus O0 is this portion. But I want this portion. Now remember, these are equally spaced. These are equally spaced. Then what will be this? If this is O2 minus O0, then what will be this? Look at the variation. Variation is linear. Okay, variation is linear. No, it will be O2 minus O0 divided by 2. This is going to be half of this. This portion is going to be half of this. Okay, so your Fi is equals to O1 minus O minus of O2 minus O0 by 2. Can you further simplify this? Please simplify this further. Okay, you. Yes, if you can simplify this further. It will be 2 times O1 minus O2 minus of minus, it will be plus O0 divided by 2. Right? If you further simplify this, it will be 2 times of O1 minus O2 minus of minus plus O0 by 2. That is your Fi. Okay. Now I'll go to this formula. I'll go with this area of parabolic portion. I think I will erase this part. I'll erase this part. Okay. area of parabolic portion is equals to 2/3 times of dg. What is dg? dg is nothing but fi, and I already have the expression for fi. Okay, that is 2 times of O1 minus O2 plus O0 divided by 2 multiplied by AB. What is AB? AB is 2D. AB is 2D. Okay. Now please you further simplify this. Your AP is equals to yes,
2/3 of 2O1 minus O2 plus O0
it will
into
be
D.
2/3 of
2O1 minus
2/3
O2
of 2O1 minus O2 plus O0
into D. Into D.
then into D. Okay. Let this equation be 2. Let this equation be 2. Okay. But now what I want is the area for the strips 1 and 2. I want area between the two strips 1 and 2. That is nothing but area of trapezoidal portion plus area of parabolic portion. Now, what is area of trapezoidal portion? I have this already. It's O0 plus O2 multiplied by distance D plus what is area of trapezoidal portion? It's 2/3 times of 2O1 minus O2 plus O0 multiplied by D. Okay. Now we will further simplify this. So what will happen is I think D is being common here, isn't it? D is being common. I'll take D outside. So it will be O0 plus O2 plus 4/3 times of O1 minus 2/3 time of O2 plus 2/3 time of O0. Okay. Now what do? I'll take out 3 outside. I think I should have taken out 3 outside here only. Fine, not an issue. I'll take 1/3 outside here. So D by 3 multiplied by, now this will happen to be 3 times of O0 plus 3 times of O2, okay, plus 4 times of O1 minus 2 times of O2 plus 2 times of O0. Now I think we will further simplify this. D by 3. Now I have 3 O0 and 2 O0. I think did we make any mistake here? Please check the steps here if I have made any mistake in the in-between steps. Three times of O0. Okay. Area of trapezoidal is O0 plus O2 into D. The area of parabolic portion is 2/3 times of 2 times of O then by D O2. So 5 times of O0, 1 time of O2. I think we're wrong somewhere. Area of segment DFC is 2/3 times of. I think it's better we will calculate the area of this parallelogram once again. Please give me a minute. I'll erase this portion again. Don't know if I have made any mistakes here in the area of parabolic portion. Just give me a minute. Okay. Your area of parabolic portion is 2/3 times of area of parallelogram, and your area of parallelogram is equals to Fi multiplied by 2d. Okay, whereas Fi is considered your Fi can be written as Ef minus Ei, whereas Ef is O1 minus your Ei. Okay, yeah, I think we should have expressed this. Your Ei will be average of these two. It's O0 plus O2 by 2. Okay. Yeah, please. I think we went wrong here. Your EI will be equals to, as the variation is linear. Okay, this is going to be the average of O0 and O2. This portion. EI is going to be average of O0 and O2 here because the variation is linear. Okay. Now I will substitute this here. Area of parabolic portion is 2/3 times of my Fi. Fi we have it as O1 minus of O0 plus O2 by 2 multiplied by 2d. So I think this happens to be 4d by 3 multiplied by, now this will be 2 times of O1 minus O0. This will be again minus O2, okay, divided by 2. Now area of parabola will be, it will be 2d by 3 multiplied by 2 times of O1 minus O0 minus O2. Okay, so let us call this as equation 2. Please check if I got the same answer in the previous way what we arrived at the expression for area of parabola. Anyway, I will continue. Next, my total area of the segments 1, 2, that's equals to area of trapezoidal plus area of parabolic portion. My area of trapezoidal is, what's the area of trapezoidal? I think it was O0 plus O2 multiplied by D plus 2D3 multiplied by 2 times of O1 minus O0 minus O2. Simplify this further. These being common, or else we will take Okay, if we take d by 3 as common, okay, d by 3 is being common, then what will happen here is this will be 3 times of O0 plus 3 times of O2 plus 2 into 2, 4 times of O1 minus 2 times of O0 minus 2 times of O2. Okay, now this will be d by 3. Now 3 times of O0 and minus 2 times of O0. So it remains with O0 plus 3 times of O2 minus 2 times of O2. I think I will first write this one. There remains plus 4 times of O1. Okay, then plus 1 time of O2. So this is area of the segment 1, 2 together. Yeah, this is correct. Area of the segment. This happens to be d by 3. I'll mention this here. Area of the segment is equals to d by 3 multiplied by O0 plus 4 times of O1 plus O2. Any difficulties in understanding this portion? Yes, any difficulties in understanding this portion? Right?
No, sir.
Okay. So area of my segments 1, 2 is equals to d by 3 multiplied by O0 plus 4 times of O1 plus O2. This is not just the end of the derivation of this Simpson's rule. We'll go with further, we'll continue this. I'll redraw the sketch again. Okay. I'll just increase the number of segments and then I'll tell you how to go with this formula. Now, I have my segment in this way. This is O0, O1, O2, O3, O0, O1, O2, O3, O4. Yes, something like this. The variation is parabolic. It's something like this here. Okay. Now this will be On. This will be On minus 1. This will be On minus 2. Okay. This is my strip 1, strip 2, strip 3, strip 4. Okay. Like this will be my strip N. This will be N minus 1 strip. Right? Now, what will be area of the first 2 strips? Can anyone tell me? What's the area of the first 2 strips? Of course, these are being placed. All the segments have equal width as D. Okay. What's the area of the first 2 strips? Agli na derive madidnalla ade equation. Area of the first 2 strips is nothing but d by 3 multiplied by O0 plus 4 times of O1 plus O2. Okay. So in simple way, area of the 2 strips together, that's equals to d by 3 O0 plus 4 times the middle offset plus 1 time the last offset. Okay. Now, So I have calculated the area of the two strips now. Next, I need to calculate the area of the next two strips. That is area of strips third and fourth. What will that be equals to? Can anyone tell me the expression here? Area of the strips 3 and 4. These are my 3 and 4 strips. So area of the 3 and 4 strips, that's equals to D by 3. Okay, forget about these things now. Which is my first offset here?
O2,
O2 plus 4 times of what?
O3
O3 plus
plus O4.
O4. Okay. Similarly, if I had area of next fifth and sixth strips, then the equation would have been equals to. Equation would have been equals to what? Can anyone tell me here? Fifth strip starts with O4. Okay. 1 time of O4 plus 4 times of O5 plus 1 time of O6. Is it not? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Similarly, this calculation will continue up to the area of n minus 1 and nth strip. Okay. Area of n minus 1 and nth strip. Then what will that be equals to? That will be equals to D by 3 multiplied by On minus 2 plus 4 times of On minus 1 plus On. Agreed? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right? Now, do me a favor now. What I want is the total area. Okay. My total area A is equals to area of the strips 1, 2 plus area of the strips 3, 4 plus area of the strips 5, 6 up to area of the strips n minus 1 and n. Okay. If I want complete area, I want to add all these areas together. Okay. So let me substitute everything here. Area of 1, 2 is it's D by 3 multiplied by O0 plus 4 times of O1 plus O2 plus area of the third and fourth strip, that's equals to D by 3 multiplied by O2 plus 4 times of O3 plus O4. Okay, plus area of fifth and sixth strip is D by 3 multiplied by O4 plus 4 times of O5 plus O6. This will continue up to area of the last, that's n minus 1 and nth strip, that's equals to On minus 2 plus 4 times of On minus 1 plus On. Any difficulty in understanding this? What I have written here? Yes?
No, sir.
Okay. What is being common here?
D by
Okay. I will take D by 3 outside. Next, it will be O0 plus 4 times of O1 plus O2 plus O2 plus 4 times of O3 plus O4 plus O4 plus 4 times of O5 plus O6. This will happen up to On minus 2 plus 4 times of On minus 1 plus On. Yeah. Is there any difficulty here in this step? Right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I think I can further simplify this. D by 3 is outside, fine. Please look at this. I have one O naught, and at the end I have one ON. They are only one. So I am adding them together. It's ON, it's O naught plus ON plus I have 4, which is being common with all odd offsets. Just observe it. 4 is being common with all odd number of offsets. 4 multiplied by O0 plus O3 plus O5. It will continue up to ON minus 1. How do? Just observe the equation. Any difficulty here? It's not over yet. I have 2 times of O2. I have 2 times of O4. Like in the same way, I will have 2 times of O6. Okay? And I will have 2 times, I will have 2 times of ON minus 2. Okay? Then what? 2 is common with all even number of offsets. Please remember. So 2 is being taken outside. Now it's O2 plus O4 plus O6. This goes up to ON minus 2. Okay? This is Simpson's 1/3 rule. Please remember this. This is Simpson's 1/3 rule. Let me know if you have any difficulties in this expression. Understanding this derivation is very important. Okay? In the way D by 3 multiplied by sum of first and the last ordinates, that is O0 plus ON, plus 4 times of sum of all the odd ordinates, plus 2 times the sum of all the even ordinates. Right? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, I think we will end the session today. We will continue. We will solve some numericals on all these rules in the next class. We have derived all the rules now. We will solve the numericals in the next class. Thank you.